The Greater Accra Regional leadership of the pre-tertiary teacher unions is this morning raising concerns over their conditions of service. The unions, which include the National Association of Graduate Teachers, the National Association of Graduate Teachers, and the Coalition of Concerned Teachers, CCT Ghana, have in the past few weeks complained about non-payment of allowances and most recently the delay in payment of Tier 2 of their deduction. The group is currently holding a press conference on their concerns, and we can cross over now to the NAT Regional Secretariat in Nongwa, where my colleague James Aveji is standing by with more. James, what can you report from the press conference? What ultimatum are the teachers giving this time round?
I think so. The press conference has just ended, and the teachers are giving government some 1 week to this challenge they have.
Thank you. So the press conference has just ended, and the teachers are giving government some 1 week to fix these challenges. They have re-enumerated some calls, including the payment of allowances. 4 key allowances they have been talking about. One is the deprived area allowances. That is to teachers who have been teaching in villages and very deprived communities across the country. The other is the extra assessment allowance, and including the book data online support allowance as well. And the fourth one, which they call the upward adjustment of their continuous professional development allowances. Those are the 4 key allowances they have outlined this morning, that for some period now, they have been engaging government to see to the payment of this allowance. Some are actually upward adjustment. They've been calling for some of these allowances, but for the past few months, the call intensified. If you remember, the last time we heard about these allowances was when the 3 teacher unions, the national leadership, took to the National Labour Commission's premises to demonstrate over these allowances, giving government some ultimatum. That was, later the ultimatum was forwarded to 2nd May, which is May Day, after May Day, for government to fix that. But as we speak, they say that government has not been able to answer their calls, and so they are giving some ultimatum. The leadership is here with me to help us understand this a bit more. Mr. Boating actually is the regional secretary of NAT in the Greater Accra region. In your presser, you indicated that some negotiations have started earlier. Looking at these 4 allowances you talk about, which ones are you already paid? Which ones are new, and which one are you seeking increment for?
Thank you very much. For the 4 that we have listed, none of them has been given any positive attention, and that forces us to do what we are doing today. In fact, we are doing this in solidarity with our brothers in Volta region, our national leadership, because the pace that we are looking at, it has to do with, we go today, then we have to reschedule it, and then go the next day, because we're given 2nd of May. Today is not 2nd. That means we've gone beyond 2nd. The next time has been given somewhere June. So if we look at what is happening, then it's going to be the usual mantra that we are in engagement, and I think this is the time. We cannot continue to be having it changed from, none of them has been given any positive attention, and that is why we are doing this in support of what national leadership is doing, so that when it gets there, we will all go and then support them for us to tell government what we really want to tell them.
Do you get the indication that the negotiation is not happening at all, or the pace at which it is happening is what you are not happy with?
In fact, it would be unfair to say that the negotiation is not happening. No, that would be bad faith. It is happening, but the pace at which it is happening, it takes some sort of diligence to be able to detect that it's a deliberate ploy to delay the process. Because if you go and then we have to reschedule it on a flimsy excuse that we have this, we don't have that. We have detected all those things. We are not new in the system. And so we see it as a deliberate attempt to delay the process. Because when we delay the process, we know what we have before government this year. We must not wait for any soothsayer to tell us what will be the fate if we go beyond May. So we are doing this to let them know that, yes, when we come and they tell us we go back, but that is causing some degree of disaffection among our membership. Because we tell the members what we are seeking, and then we go back to tell them the same story. We cannot continue to do that.
Finally, what is the ultimatum to government? And is this ultimatum in collaboration with your national leadership? And beyond that, what will you do?
Yeah, let me clarify it. The ultimatum here is being given to our leadership, the national leadership, that anything they come to tell us after 13th of May, this particular month, we are not going to welcome it. And so they will also have to sit up and do what is needed, because the members on the grounds, if I tell you the burning spirit in them, it will not be like the picketings that we have been making. And people think that it's only when we resort to strike. No, we are not going to tell the world what. That is why we summed it up as saying we will appeal to the heavens. And when that appeal comes.
And that's James Aveji with some of the teachers who say that they're giving governments an ultimatum to fulfill their demands, or they will go on strike. Let's